So before we get into the whole story here that I'm about to share with you guys, I just want you guys to know that this story does have a happy ending. It does have a happy ending, but there's gonna be some pretty harsh and dark moments in this story. Just fair warning. So we've been living in this apartment for a little over a year, and I knew from the second we moved into this apartment, one of the first things we asked the landlady was, our landlord was, hey, this apartment, can we have pets? Can we have a pet dog? And she said, yeah, you can have a pet dog, but we ask for you guys to get a small breed dog. One of my favorite kinds of breeds dogs is beagles. So, you know, after consideration, a lot of discussion, me and Ruby decided that we want a beagle. We want a Beagle Pup. I did a bunch of research and I finally found a reputable breeder. And I was for about a year. Oh, I want to say over a year, but for about a year, like it was like less than a month of us making a year in this apartment, that we finally heard from the breeder, and he basically said that he was going to be breeding these two beagle dogs, and if we were interested in getting in the waiting list, to let him know. And immediately we got so lucky that we were so vigilant, and we saw the message right away that we put our names in, and we said, "Oh yes, like, yeah, we've been waiting for this for a while. Please put our names in." Right? That was in November 2022. The two dogs had their breeding session, and she ended up getting pregnant. Her name is Nellie. The dog's mother's name, her name is Nellie, and the father's name is Junior. So it's Nellie and Junior. So she got pregnant, and you know, he was giving us weekly updates. He was showing us videos. He was showing us pictures and all that stuff. And me and Ruby were just so excited. You know, we're planning a lot of stuff. We're getting ready. We're figuring out what we're gonna do with the apartment, and you know, like how our lives are gonna change when, you know, once we get this little pup. What kind of dog do you want? Do you want a male or a female? And we said we wanted a female dog, preferably. But if obviously, depending on where we are on the list, and obviously depending on how many dogs are available and what kind of dogs Nellie has, you know, we would prefer a female, but we would be very happy with a male dog as well, either or, preferably a female though. She got pregnant around November 10th. All November went through. She was growing. She was getting bigger. She was doing good. December came along. She's doing great. And then last week, her due date was her due date for birthing the pups was today, actually. It was either yesterday or today. This is when she was scheduled to give birth to the puppies. Exactly 1 week ago on the 6th, me and Ruby are hanging out on the couch, and I got an email from him. And the email started off, you know, pretty. It's as soon as I read it, I held on to. I immediately, I was reading, and I just held on to Ruby. I just held on to her because I knew what I was about to share with her wasn't going to be good. So the email said that Nellie had given birth prematurely. This was her first litter. Her first litter ever. She had given birth prematurely, and I believe it was 3 puppies that she had. One of them was a stillborn, and another one died shortly after being birthed. And I'm reading this out loud to Ruby, and I'm just like, damn. Like, this isn't going to be this, you know, this email isn't, this is not a good thing that I'm reading. He finished the first paragraph of the email by saying, there is still one living pup. She is doing good. We're at the vets, and they're getting checked They're getting x-rayed. They're getting Nelly and the pup are, you know, we're doing everything we can to make sure that she's okay and that the puppy is okay. And then the next paragraph said, you guys were first on the list and you guys wanted a female pup. The puppy that is alive is a female. You know, he gave us a lot of information, and he said, if you guys still would like to be, would like the puppy, please let me know. You guys were first on the list, and here's all the information. He sent me a PDF of everything that the doctors did to Nelly and the puppy. I replied to him, and I was just like, hey man, I'm so sorry that you guys are going through all of this stuff. I'm so sorry to hear about the puppies that died. And I hope that you guys, I hope that Nelly or I hope that the dog Nelly is, I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope that the puppy that is alive, I hope that she, you know, she survives. He basically told us that it's something that, you know, as a breeder, it's a sad part of being a breeder that, you know, this stuff happens, unfortunately. And it being her first litter, it was just really sad, and it was tough to, you know, to experience that with Nelly, the dog. And he basically said that let's give it a day or two. Let's give it a day or two, and we'll see how the puppy is coming along, right? Biggest concern was long-term health issues. I don't know anything about dogs. I've never had a dog. You know, most of my friends that had dogs, I never really visited my friends like that. And I'm mainly, almost everybody in my family doesn't have a dog. So I didn't really grow up with dog or dog knowledge and stuff like that. I love dogs, but I never had like anybody around that I could learn stuff from. Ruby from the get-go did not second guess this decision at like once. From the second she knew that this puppy was alive and that she was okay and that she was alive and that it was a female dog and that it was her final one, Ruby said, "No, that's our dog. I don't care if there is health issues. That is our dog. That is our pup." Right? Me on the other hand, I'm immediately thinking about long-term health issues. I'm thinking about, you know, financial stuff that will come from the long-term health issues and vet appointments, and I'm thinking about emotional damage. Like, what if we accept this pup and we bring her home and something happens health-wise and she dies in a short amount of time, you know? That's just the type of mind that I have. I tend to think pretty deep into stuff when it's serious like that. Ruby had already decided, like, no, like, I don't care. This is my dog. You know, she wanted this pup. She was going to be with this pup, right? So I actually ended up calling the captain, CSN Infamous, told him my thoughts, and I told him how I was feeling, and I told him the situation. And Jay actually comforted me like really, really well, man. And he just told me, he's like, well, it was only a couple days premature. I understand if it was like a week, or if it was like weeks or 2 or something like that, or 3 weeks, you know, premature. Obviously, that's not good. But it's just a couple of days. And the breeder told me basically the same thing that he said. Basically the same thing that Jay told me, the breeder told me. But he said that in his experience, even if a pup that is born a couple of days premature, if the pup is doing good and nursing good, there's really never ever been like a long-term health issues like after that. So after talking with Ruby, after talking with the breeder, after talking with Jay, after just really sitting and thinking about the scenario, I was like, you know what, this is our dog, this is our girl, you know. And I came around and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm in. So, we waited a day or two, and he basically gave us an update, and he said, hey, I just wanted to let you know that the dog is doing good. The puppy is doing good. Nelly is doing good. The puppy is growing every day. She's nursing. She's eating. Nelly is being extremely protective, and Nelly is being an incredible mother. to her pup and making sure that she eats and stuff like that. And that was about a week ago, chat. And I'm really happy to inform you guys that as of today, the pup, she's doing good. She's growing. She's healthy. And she's, you know, she should be opening her eyes in the next like 2 or 3 days. Because, you know, dogs open their eyes like after like 10 days or something like that. She's doing good. Ruby says that she has a lot of moxie. She has moxie. We can go visit her in 6 weeks, and then in 8 weeks we can go pick her up and bring her home. We are officially yeah, it's 100% happening. God willing that everything continues to be okay, and no crazy, you know, anything wild or anything unexpected happens in the next month or two. And her name, the name that we decided on was Bear. That was the name that we decided on, was Bear. Her name is Bear. And yeah, that's the story, man. We all like, we haven't met this dog. All we've seen is pictures, but we already have so much love for this dog, man, for this little pup. We have so much love, and we're like we think about her every day. Like we want to text. We don't want to bother him, but we text the breeder like almost every day. I'm gonna text him today because I didn't get an update yesterday, but I want to text him today, just see how she's holding up, how she's doing. Yeah. All right, that's the story, ladies and gentlemen. We're very excited. We can't wait to go see her for the first time, and I can't wait to share more with you guys down the road. And yeah, her name is Bear, and we can't wait.